Hello and welcome to this edition of FLITV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We're here in the middle of the Florida legislative session for 2020. I'm joined by Representative Randy Fine, a true fighter for all things freedom. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, so let's first talk about the streetlight bill. What's going on with that? What are you doing in that world?
Well, on December 22nd, we had a 12-year-old girl get killed in Brevard County walking across a street where there was a flashing yellow light. Unfortunately, yellow doesn't mean stop. And so I've filed legislation that's moving fairly well through the process that says if you're going to have people push a button, the light has to turn red. We can't have consumers, we can't have children, we can't have people get a false sense of safety when they're in these intersections.
So important to protect those people just at intersections. They're the most vulnerable, frankly, at any intersection, pedestrians and bicyclists as well. Thank you for doing that.
No.
Next question is going to be on water quality. You've been an ongoing champion for fixing what's wrong in Florida's system to protect discharges and fines and everything. Tell us what's going on in that world.
Well, the number one issue facing Brevard County is the Indian River Lagoon, but frankly, it's the number one issue facing water. Without our water, what is Florida? And one of the problems we have is local governments that refuse to clean up their sewage systems. In the last 10 years, 3 billion gallons of raw sewage have been released into our waterways. What we're trying to do is effectively clean the toilet while we're still using it, and it just doesn't work. So I have a bill that I'm working with the governor on that will dramatically increase the fines on local governments who refuse to use their home rule powers to actually maintain their sewage systems.
And where does that stand right now in the process?
We've made it through 2 committees in the House. It got its second committee hearing in the Senate today, which I anticipate it will pass. And I think we've got a really great chance to get that one passed into law this session.
Well, thanks for fighting for water quality for not only your constituents, for all of Florida. It's so important. It's important to our tourism, which is one of our number one economic drivers. It's important to Floridians, period. So
real estate values, economic growth, it's important everywhere. And what people need to understand is when there's a fish kill in Brevard County and that makes CNN, people don't go to Pensacola because they hear fish are dying in Florida. So when we have a big water crisis, when we have red tide on the West Coast, it affects tourism on the East Coast. We've got to fix these water problems wherever we find them.
Well, thanks for it. And we'll stay with you to see where these bills are coming. We look forward to having you come on FLITV again soon.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.